I heard other 46s back here, didn't I?
Okay, so here's another question. Do any of you know how Mike and Barbara met?
At a club.
Facebook didn't exist. That's how long ago it was. A restaurant.
Maryland's?
Way to go. Way to go. All right. Deanna.
I want the story.
So I want the story too.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to let Mike tell his version, and then I will tell you how it really was.
If you know where the pizza factory is, or no, the Subway is right now.
Yeah.
That used to be the Hilo Cafe, right in the corner of the Y going to Lake Shasta. So I was there at 6 to 8, and I know what kind of car she drives, but we didn't connect, so I waited there till 11 o'clock. So, now wasn't that cool, guys? So I was patiently waiting. So I see her go by because she lived in Lake Shasta, and so I waited for a few minutes, and then I called her because she wanted to go out, and you said yes, right? Then.
No, I'm going to tell this part.
Anyway, so I got in my car and I hopped.
No. So I get home, my phone rings. It's 7 o'clock at night. Oh, it's the guy. And I said, oh my gosh, it ran so late, I'm so sorry. He said, well, you want to go out? I went, it's 11 o'clock. Like, is the Arrowhead Lodge open? Yeah, okay. All right, so he lives in Mount Shasta. That's about a half hour, Mount Shasta to Lake Shasta. So I jump in the shower. Are you kidding me? I got a towel on. I look downstairs. Well, who else would be knocking at 11 o'clock, right? Because he was in Weed, which was about a 10-minute drive out to Shasta.
I was well received that night. No, not really. No, she was embarrassed. I was embarrassed. But we went out.
Yeah. Dinner. So it has been an unusual courting relationship. Did we say that?
Busy.
So it was interesting. It has been colorful. It has been fun. Exciting.
48 years.
48 years. 48 years. And we haven't killed each other yet. I'm just trying to see.
Get high-centered. I lived in a cabin right by the park entrance, and they gave me that was the director's cabin. It wasn't the best insulated cabin.
Yeah, but if you put some at one end on a table.
Oh yeah, if I spill something in the kitchen, they roll to the bedroom. And it was only
To hear. We're talking little. And this is what he said. Ooh, let's start a family. I said, where are we going to put the baby? The bedroom was the size of a double bed and an aisle like this that you could walk through. He said, well, we'll just put the crib in the living room. That's not going to work. So with that, he actually went out and found a place and found a house, and we ended up buying a house, and it went on from there, and oh my gosh, we had a baby. Well, y'all, I think that's about it for the entertainment here. If you have any questions.
needed to find a place to stay, so I sent Scott into a hotel. And he went and checked the rooms and came out with this guy. And I said, who is this guy, Dad? I talked to him and I told him you were a Giants fan. He brought Orlando Cepeda to our car. You know Orlando Cepeda. Yeah. I was so blown by that. I mean, it's an old Giant team, you know, back in the 60s. But he walked out.
All right, one more. Again. So we're going through the city and we pull into like the hotel, and my dad wants me to, I don't know, get like some pricing
How
or
old are you at this point?
10, 12, right? And I walk in the front, and I just pass Orlando Cepeda, and I like turn back at him. I said, "You're Orlando Cepeda." He said, "I am." I said, "Will you come to my car?" I said, "My dad is a big fan of you," and he came with me to the car, and I was like, "I'm gonna be my dad's hero." So okay, that's how it happened.
And everybody wanted to know about that. But then Mike stepped up and said, why don't you help me coach a baseball team? And I'm going, I played baseball and I was a pretty good ball player, but I never coached. And so I said, I'll tell you what. And what the team was our two sons, not Scott, but David and my oldest son, Eric. And I think Corey was the bat boy, wasn't he? Like Corey, now he's the fire chief here in Shasta. So, anyways, Mike talked me into it. I'm not one of those kind of guys, but we were the good cop, bad cop coach team. I taught the skills. He was the diplomat. He took care of the parents. And it was a much harder job because I wouldn't have gone well with parents. I was all about, this is the way it's gotta be. But we did very well that year. It was 1993, I believe. The Orioles, I looked it up today. And they gave us, I almost brought the trophy. That still happened. But we ended up winning the whole thing for the city of Mount Shasta that year. So I did that all to Mike. Because without Mike, I don't know where we would have ended up. But over the years, Mike and I have stayed good friends, and we've done a few things together. He's asked me to help him when he was working at the recreational park, and I helped him do some construction jobs there. And the house, and yeah, that's right. I forgot that, Barbara. And I helped you guys get through your house and all of that. And I hope it's still standing. So, anyways. Mike and I were born the same year, 1950. It's a good year. And I'll be 75 this year also. So, a few months from now, but congratulations, buddy. We're still here. Everything continues well for you and your family.
Uh-oh. This is Miss Audra, who knows everybody and everything. So she might have a story or two.
I don't know about stories.
We're close to the street. It'll be okay.
Years ago, and the McConnell Foundation had made a grant to the Big Brother Big Sister program in Reading, and it was for a van, and then the program closed. They financially went under, and so we had this van that reverted back to the foundation, and we were like, we need to regift it. We need to find an eligible nonprofit to receive it. And so Mike, in his capacity with the Recreation District, was the recipient of the van, and that began so we had a used item that began a very long relationship of funding projects in Dunsmuir, Mount Shasta, and Wheat. And the McConnell Foundation appreciated Mike so greatly because when I would meet with him And I would say we want to distribute our funds equitably whenever we can. And I would say, tell me what's going on in each of these communities, and then help me prioritize what's most important. And I always appreciated that he was so honest, and he loved to spread the wealth and the love, and wasn't saving everything just for his own.
And saw all that amazing memorabilia from the Giants, I suddenly realized.
Happy birthday, dear Michael. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'd rather hear about the days of old than that old time of rock. One more time, ho! Big trains in the south. You way to get me to go. Stop playing that old time rock and roll. I feel like that old time rock and roll.